All right, what's going on, guys? Farzin Masugan here with you to recap the first half between the Chiefs and the Titans. A very glorious, entertaining game. I'm actually watching some of the other games as well and keeping an eye on those scores. It's pretty sad when you are part of the lowest scoring game of all the early afternoon games. The good news is there's another 9-6 game. The Saints and the Jets. I'll be honest, I have no idea how they both got to that score. Are we talking 5 field goals, or did they also have a safety involved in that one? Regardless, you heard at the end of the half, Kevin Harlan mentioned this is the 5th time this year. This is actually really pathetic. This is the 5th time this year the Chiefs have not scored a touchdown in the first half. And there have been games in the second half where the Chiefs, like last week, Chiefs didn't even score at all in the second half. So if you take the halves of every game this year, the Chiefs have been shut down in a lot of football games this year. And it's just getting worse and worse. My 73-year-old sister has a better arm than Minshew. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. Noah Gray should play quarterback. Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, he's got some experience as a quarterback. I mean, I've always wondered what would happen in the event of an emergency quarterback. Like, seriously, the Chiefs have nothing to play for. So I honestly would not be mad at all. Look, for those of you that wanted the Chiefs to tank, you're getting it. That's what you asked for. This is what you're getting right now. Maybe not the ideal way of going about it, but it is what it is. I think what happens is throughout the week, fans want to tank, and then during the game, it's like the adrenaline of being a fan comes into play, and you're like, okay, let's go. Chiefs getting out coach? Oh, 100%. I mean, this is a team that hasn't even won a home game all year. They're 0-7 at home. They've only won 2 games all season, and they have an interim head coach. So, I mean, if we're going to have this takeaway that the Titans are out coaching the Chiefs, which they are right now, they're doing it with an interim head coach leading the way. So that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. KC Red River on YouTube says fire Nagy. Yeah, I think I've heard that a time or two before. Guys may have heard me say it. 300 Lesky on IG says been bums all year. Mahomes covered for the Chiefs. Yeah. Where are all those people who say Mahomes is a product of Andy Reid's offense? I've always said before Mahomes got there, then why didn't Andy Reid win championships? He had Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Alex Smith before Mahomes got there, but they didn't win a championship with that group. Change quarterbacks, then it happens. And now with Mahomes out, oh, you're seeing a difference. You're definitely seeing a difference. I can only watch on Red Zone what happened with our QB. If you're watching the Chiefs through Red Zone, I don't think you've seen much. I don't think you have seen much of the game at all. He got hit below the belt. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Simmons. One of the defensive linemen got after Minshew, and he got a knee injury there. So, I mean, what are you going to do? It's been that way all year long. Patrick Mahomes was sacked, 22 or 23 times in the last 7 games before his injury? Yeah, nothing. If you're watching the game through Red Zone, you are getting nothing. Yeah, it's an injury-riddled season, but the decline of the team was already happening before the injuries. It's just getting worse and worse. It's so hard to watch, Ricky says. Not if you want them to tank. And listen, I know not everyone wants them to lose. Some of you guys still want them to win regardless. I get that. But a lot of people want them to tank. Because I asked you guys early in the first quarter when nothing was happening. I'm like, who wants the Chiefs to lose right now? A lot of you guys said yes. Wes said, forgot they were even playing. I think the offense forgot they were playing. They definitely forgot. Like, Minshew underthrowing Worthy. Didn't we hear in the offseason from the coaches, from the players, the deep passes coming back? No. It's not back. NFL analyst said with Mahomes out, we'd see how bad the Chiefs are. That was Nick Wright. Nick Wright said this. When it's Nick Wright telling you you're about to see how bad the Chiefs are with Patrick Mahomes, well, there you go. You're seeing it right now. And listen, I think I like Chris Oladokun. He's got a good skill set, but he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. I thought he actually got the Chiefs going during that 2-minute drive. But listen, a 2-minute offense generally does good things. Let's see what you can do without a 2-minute offense. That's gonna make things interesting. Nick's about to watch Home Alone. Yeah, Home Alone sounds like a better idea. Tom says there goes my 3-2 score prediction. I was actually hoping it would end 2-0 just because that'd be kind of funny. And then when it was 3-2, I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen an NFL game or even a college football game end 3-2. I've actually seen a high school game end by a score of 3-2. So Harrison Butker finally making field goals when it doesn't matter. Listen, I don't know about that. He's been inconsistent this year, no question about it. T-Dubs on IG, our O-line needs a change. Do you think the Juwan should be released? Juwan will be released. I mean, they have serious cap woes for next year. So Juwan Taylor will be released. He has 1 year left on that contract, and getting rid of him will free up a lot of cap space for 2026. So you still have to do a lot more than that. Thoughts on Creed and Smith confronting the other offensive lineman on the safety? I don't have an issue with it. They were shouting, "Wake the fuck up!" For those who missed it on the safety. So it was Esapole who stepped to his left rather than his right, and that allowed Simmons to slip through and basically destroy Kareem Hunt in the end zone for a safety. Travis Kelce got in his face right away. They cut away from that quickly because they were showing the celebration by the Titans, but Christmas game is going to be disaster, dude. I don't. This might be a Christmas nightmare, but and Caleb, the reason that's not fair catch interference is because the blocker pushed the defender into Remigio. But as far as the guys getting after the younger offensive linemen, I have no issues with that. I mean, Esapole, who had a great game a couple of weeks ago, had a good preseason as well and a great training camp. Yeah, I understand he's an undrafted rookie. He's coming into a really uncomfortable situation. Sometimes you've got to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. But yeah, he's got to wake up. I don't have any issues with whenever you have two interior offensive linemen doing their job and the other guys are not, it can get very frustrating. Esapole should have stepped to his right instead of his left. And that's what allowed the safety to happen. And Simmons had to kind of come around too in the area where the ball was snapped to even make that play. Matt Nagy needs to stay in Tennessee. Yeah. Leave Nagy in Tennessee. Yeah. Daniel on YouTube, Nick on Facebook. Yeah. Everyone wants Nagy to just stay there in Tennessee. It's funny. A lot of the media, they definitely made it an effort to follow Matt Nagy on the field, making his way to the stadium. Those people knew what they were doing. And hey, rightfully so. Think smart, not hard. SA is being paid to play, so he has to be held accountable. Listen, you can say that about everyone's getting paid. Some guys way more than others, sure. Emily says, I'm excited to see what Oladokun can do. I don't know if that's sarcasm or not. Oladokun kind of has a little bit of Vince Young in him. I was going to say Tim Tebow, but I don't know. I don't want to go there yet. I mean, he can run around. He can make defenders miss. He's done that many times in the preseason. He's been with the Chiefs for a long time. For a practice squad QB, he's been here for a long time. So this is his chance. We'll see what he can do. Yeah, it's just you're seeing the same mistakes, and it doesn't matter who's out there, starters, backups, whoever. I mean, it's just you're seeing repeated issues all year long. Guys not lining up correctly, guys committing penalties. I mean, how many penalties do the Chiefs have in this game? And a lot of them are offensive penalties. 5 penalties for 29 yards. Titans 6 for 30. Yeah. I mean, you have 1 less penalty, but almost the same number of yardage. Like, that's not good. That's got to get cleaned up. Chiefs have 100 yards of total offense. By the way, is it me or did this feel like the longest first half in Chiefs history. It's been bad. I missed it. How many times have the Chiefs not scored a touchdown on the first? 5 times. 5 times. And I know it's when you even look at second halves of games this year. I know last week the Chiefs didn't score any points in the second half. This has been happening a lot with the Chiefs. I mean, 5 times. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. I like to see the young guys play all the second half. Let Brashard Smith get some carries. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're accomplishing with Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco. As much as I like Kareem Hunt, great in short yardage situations. They have said many times that he's more effective than the tush push in that situation. Great. Outside of that, Kareem Hunt doesn't really do much for you. All right, I'll read a couple more. It looks like we're about to come back here. If we were in a better place and had Mahomes, would you have more people on? Where is everyone? Why do we only have the Fairweather and Swifty fans? Oh, no, there are a lot of people watching. This is normal for a halftime live stream, especially when the Chiefs are trailing. It's when the Chiefs are winning when we don't have as many viewers. So I'm sorry, but part of the offensive line troubles is that playbook is too goofy. Simplify it. Get back to the basics. There are more than 100. It could be 40. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me for this halftime live stream. Come back after the game. We will do the Chiefs Zone podcast. We'll have the link for you guys to call in. We can talk about this game. We can talk about the Chiefs possibly moving to Kansas, making it official tomorrow. We'll have a lot to discuss. Talk to you all after the game. Peace out.